All right, all right. Welcome to episode 6 of the Utility Players podcast. Fresh off a 3 for 3, playing shortstop and your left center fielder, Raymond, aka Esco, in the building. All right. Say what up to the people, Gravy.
Yo, what's good?
Fresh off the plane in Arizona, as well as Ben. What up, Ben?
Hello. Fresh off the plane, newly engaged man.
Oh, congratulations.
Me?
We got an engagement. We got a gender announcement all in 1 week. Big news.
Big moves on the pod.
What up, Fort?
Yo.
What's your background?
The 305.
Oh.
Marlins Stadium, like right over there behind me.
Yep.
Marlins Park.
Damn.
All right, so because we have a lot to kick off on episode 6, this is the first actual episode we'll be putting on YouTube, coming to a lot of other platforms coming in the next week or so. We got to get approved of that, but we got a lot of topics to go over, so let's dive right into it. Miles Leonard is the hottest topic in this hour right now at 8:50 p.m. Just put out a statement. If anybody wants to go ahead and read that statement, that would be lovely because I just heard it and it didn't sound, didn't add up, if you know what I mean.
Go ahead for it. That's your center.
Yeah.
I hope he gets released. Let me find the tweet real quick. It was on ESPN. I was just reading it before we started. But yeah, I mean, it was just pretty much your basic apology after, like, you really fucked up. So it goes, I am deeply sorry for using an anti-Semitic slur during a live stream yesterday. While I didn't know what the word meant at the time, okay, because he paused before he said it. My ignorance about its history and how offensive it is to the Jewish community is absolutely not an excuse, and I was just wrong. I am now more aware of its meaning, and I am committed to properly seeking out people who can help educate me about this type of hate and how we can fight it. I acknowledge and own my mistake, and there's no running from something that is so hurtful to someone else. This is not a proper representation of who I am, and I want to apologize to the Arisons, who happens to be Jewish, my teammates, coaches, front office, and everyone associated with the Miami Heat organization, to my family, to our loyal fans, to others in the Jewish community who I have hurt. I promise to do better and know that my future actions will be more powerful than my use of this word. I don't know, man.
That's a very lengthy apology, and it's almost an empty apology. It doesn't say much. It has a lot of words in it, but
right. Yeah, that's exactly.
Cover his ass.
So
right.
For those who might not know, can you give a recap of what he did, what he said? You don't have to say the word.
I mean, he was playing Twitch. He was live on Twitch playing Call of Duty, and he said a K word.
It's a 4-letter word.
Yeah,
I believe.
And once I saw it, I was like talking to one of my reps about it, and he was like trying to like think about when I've actually heard someone use that word, and it's like not really a word that you hear often. At least I haven't heard it that often in my life. Like
go to New York.
I started. Well, yeah, that's what Ray was saying earlier.
Yeah, I'm from New York, so that word I have had a lot of Jewish friends growing up, so that's a word that when I was younger, my younger teens was always thrown around. It's not popular, especially today, and you got to actually have that in your head. You've used it multiple times recently to have just off rip to say that in a Call of Duty game. So it's one of those words that the Twitter world went crazy over, but he definitely put some emphasis in that word, and it didn't sound contrite with the apology, but it's kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, being a public figure like he is, and I mean, he's probably more known on Twitch than he is in the NBA world at this point, just because he doesn't really do much on the basketball court. But I mean, you're still a public figure. Everything now is crazy emphasized in the world because of social media. But when you're someone of his stature, like, you really have to be super careful about what you say. And it's just like, the other argument is people talking about like, oh, don't be so soft. That's how Call of Duty is. That's how video games are. But I mean, we were saying that when we were like 13, 14 playing Call of Duty, like
Without
Xbox
recording.
Live. Right. Yeah. No one's recording it. Like, I'm not someone famous making $10 million a year type shit to, it doesn't really matter what I say at that point. But
Yeah, when you're a public figure, you have to know, when we're just chopping it up in my living room and it's just the 2 or 3 of us, nobody's recording. We're not public figures, but when you're on that stage and you want to have a platform like Twitch, like Twitter, you got to watch every single word you say. And I said this earlier in a group chat, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You want to have that public social platform, then that's what happens.
mm-hmm.
Because you don't represent only yourself, you also represent the team you play for and the sponsors you have.
100%.
Yeah.
Twitch dropped them immediately.
Yep.
I get all your comments. I'm on board too. I feel the same exact way. I think he lost his I think he lost another sponsorship too already. But 2 things. He wasn't at a microphone at a press conference, so he didn't think that he was in front of anybody. Him saying that he doesn't know what that word means is complete bullshit. Otherwise, why would he even say that word?
You're a grown ass man.
He's probably going to get released. Let's be honest. In this day and age, he'll probably get released. I'm sure they have some sort of clause in his contract for something. I don't know what they would call it, but something that happens like this. And he'll pay consequences for doing this.
Hey, but let's be frank. If he's an all-star player, he doesn't get dropped, right? He's Miles Leonard, who's hurt.
He's expendable.
Let's be honest.
He's 100% expendable.
There's too much public pressure these days for them to not do anything. It'll get amplified. At the same time, I believe in redemption. And like we have to have some sort of redemption paths in society where when people like this make this dumbass mistake that he did, he's going to have to pay the consequences that be. But hopefully people understand if he proves throughout the rest of his career, life, whatever may happen, that, he's learned from this, there has to be some sort of redemption path. And I think too many times today, people cancel somebody immediately for a mistake. We all make mistakes. I've for sure am glad nobody's recorded me in private conversations 100%. With my friends or whatever, because, and I'm not a public figure because we all would be canceled. But he needs to pay the consequences for what it is. It was dumb, but hopefully he can learn and, get on some sort of path. His statement he put out, doesn't seem, I hate when athletes or famous people put out statements like that where I don't like overcorrection. So when you do something, you when you're driving down a road and you zig to get out of the way of something, you don't zag right back immediately to correct. Like overcorrection pisses me off. Just be honest and be like, hey, I said something stupid. Like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what to do. I shouldn't have said that word. Don't say, I don't know what that word means.
To go along with your point, when you get pulled over, that's like going 80 in a 45 and saying, what was I doing when you get pulled over? At the end of the day, the best way to either get out of the ticket or for the officer not to do even more is to, hey, officer, I know I was absolutely speeding. You got me. Not to deny it or speeding. I was going, at the end of the day, if you own up to it, everybody who's owned up to steroids in the early 2000s, we forgot about. Andy Pettit, A-Rod was one of the ones that continued to lie, Barry Bonds. There's a few or a handful of people that admitted to it in a relative time period that we forgot about. And actually we moved on from them. It's the people that continue to lie or try to go around it that we,
that's funny.
We think called them.
That's a great question.
This is where PR, public relations, because I guarantee his statement seems like a PR person got right to him and said, hey, you need to say this. Because think of it this way. If instead he didn't say that word, he said the N word instead, he couldn't use the excuse to say, I didn't know what that word means. So they took that derogatory term of Jewish people and because maybe they're banking on a lot of the country might not know exactly what that might mean. They're like, hey, say this. Say you didn't really know what that meant.
Yeah,
And
a
that's
lot
why
of
his
people don't
statement
know.
is so
Yeah,
pathetic.
it is.
You know? Own up to it. Be a man. I hate
Own up to it,
when,
100%.
fucking
Covering his ass at the end of the day. I don't think there was any sincerity behind really what he said.
no. And Danny's right. If you listen to it, that man pauses.
Yeah, he stops
takes
for like
a
a good
pause.
6 seconds.
And then says it with emphasis.
Bad.
He had an annotated speech written down for him.
Right.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Well,
My wife needs me. Yeah, okay, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Gotta
either
go
his
GG's.
Yeah, it was either his wife or that she was getting blown up, or his PR people or something, that because obviously he got hit up right when he was still doing it within a
Yeah.
reasonable time. So someone hit him up immediately and was like, "Hey, bro, you need to get off, and we
He
need to
done
fix
fucked
this."
up.
Yeah,
Wait, how did it get out there? Was he playing live?
Yeah,
he was on Twitch.
live
He streams on Twitch all the time.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
got
Exactly.
sniped.
Exactly.
there's no
got
way that
sniped,
was the
he
first time
lost
he's
it.
also said anything like that on Twitch. There's no way.
He probably
Listen.
says it every time he hits end stream. He like lets everything out all at once.
You
like, on
could
a
tell that was
rampage.
you could tell that was a word like he almost wanted to curse or say something worse.
different. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
he pulled
wanted
that
to
out
say
of
the
left
N-word.
field. Like, I'll be honest, the other day I said something that I probably don't say a million times, and I was like, "Whoa, how did that come out of my mouth?" And obviously I'm not going to say what it was, but I was shocked that I
What
said
was it?
I'll tell you. It was something
He's texting the group chat right now. Oh
Yeah.
shit, Ray.
It's something
Yeah.
I've never used in my almost entire life. And I was shocked. So I understand. I could level with him on the point of like, hey, honest mistake. You sometimes misspoke. But we live in a society where it's one strike and you're out. And then you have to, like, think about it. He's going to have to apologize and act like an angel for the next 3 to 2 years, or 2 to 3 years, over one time, one word. We live in a wild time, and I'm not trying to take sides here, but it's tough, man. If you're a public figure, whether you're a celebrity, an athlete, a politician, you have to be 100% on in everything you do. And
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
a lot of pressure.
I agree, but I 100% believe in consequences and to your mistakes and owning up to them. And so he's going to have to pay consequences, and he's going to have to accept them, and he's going to have to not put out statements like that, and he's going to have to get on some sort of redemption path and prove that to people that he is on one. A great example of that is Mike Vick.
Mike Vick. That's
Remember Michael
exactly what I
Vick?
was
When he,
thinking about when you said
and
that
that
the
man
first
did
time.
exactly what he's supposed to do. He owned up to everything, and he got on that redemption path, and now look at him.
But
And I
what
think
he-
he's a role model for people that make mistakes and that show like, hey, it's okay to make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but don't be, don't play into that PR game. Be a real person, admit your mistakes, and do what is necessary to try to be better.
But what you got to do is also perform. Everybody forgave Tiger Woods when he came back, started to win a little bit more. He has to get healthy, A, and then B, when he has an opportunity to get on the court, that's going to be almost his contrition in all of it. Is you perform on the court, people forgive. Heat fans are angry right now. Why? Because we're paying him a bunch of money. He's hurt, and he's doing this, playing Twitch. Get him off my
Yeah.
team. If he was a real superstar or doing what he needed to, everybody would have his back. Like, hey, man, like right now, I'm a Nets fan. If Joe Harris did the same exact thing, I'd have his back because I'm like performing. It was
We
a
need him.
mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
he's hurt and it's bad. So at the end of the day, in America or in the world, if you're performing and winning, sadly enough, it balances out any bad you could do. So
Yeah.
that's kinda where
Well,
I'm
I
at.
will say there's two things that I got from this just now. One, he was way too comfortable saying that.
Yeah, he was a little
That
bit.
was
Right?
that was
If you're
effortless.
saying that on a live stream, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just like
Go ahead.
it
Gary.
came with like he didn't stop and think about what he was saying. That like flew out like it was just part of a normal everyday sentence for him.
I was almost waiting for him to go, oh. Like
And
you,
he didn't.
Yeah.
you know, like the other day when I said something, I was like, oh, why'd I say that? Like, you know what I mean? I had a moment and I
Yeah.
was waiting for him to be like a hiccup, like, oh shit, why'd I say that? But he didn't. And I was like, Oh, he don't even know he said it.
Ray
The
Ray
sec-
just fucked himself because all next week people are going to be commenting and be like, I wonder what Ray said. What did
Yeah.
he say? What'd you say, Ray? That it was so disgusting that you can't repeat it.
Hey, if we're gonna make a name for ourselves, why not get a little controversial in the beginning? Build
I'm
up that
glad.
name. But
I'm glad you brought up when you said about politicians, because it's kind of shitty. Or as a society, we're holding like Meyers Leonard, who's like a pro athlete, like to a higher regard than we've held like politicians and what they've
For
said.
Oh,
real.
Yeah.
Their
Don't
actions.
even get
President.
me. Yeah.
For
So,
real.
Be-
That's
don't
a
even
whole
get me
other
started.
topic. Yeah, that's
no,
a whole
it is.
nother-
But
Don't
I'm
even get
glad
me
you said
started.
that, because that got my gears rolling. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, like it's like that's fucked up. That's where we're messing up.
I
For
can't
real.
stand listening to any politician talk. It's just such BS.
Before we go into all that, let's kind of switch gears so we don't go off topic too much, because that's a topic we needed to lead off with just because it's relevant.
R.I.P. Miles Leonard.
Yeah, everybody could listen to this pod and relate or take a side or take neither side. But let's say on the track of basketball, one of the topics we wanted to go over was the Hall of Fame inductees for this year. Anybody have the list up?
Yeah, I got it.
Ready? Yeah, go ahead, Griff.
Yes, sir. Well, all right. We got Rick Adelman, Letta Andrews, Chris Bosh, Michael Cooper, Yolanda Griffith, Tim Hardaway, Lauren Jackson. I think it's Marquise Johnson, Paul Pierce, Bill Russell, but as a coach, Marianne Stanley, Ben Wallace, Chris Webber, and Jay Wright.
A lot of coaches
So-
in there.
Yeah.
How many total people is that?
1, 2, 3.
12. I just named a number.
And how many get in out of those 12, or however many?
I think it's
it is?
based
think-
on votes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it's
depends
based
on
on
votes.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
like
think there's a
baseball is
cap.
you got to have 75%.
okay.
I'm not 100% sure how it goes with basketball.
Did you name
But-
Tracy McGrady?
No, he was last year. He's in
No,
already.
He was last year.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago,
Alright.
sorry, before Kobe,
Alright.
KG, and those guys.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with like three people on here, maybe 4.
I got 3.
But my 3 would be Chris Webber, Chris Bosh, and Lauren Jackson.
Who?
Yeah. It sounds messed up, but I'm not really sure about too many of the women on that list. But
Oh, you're
I
crazy.
got, yeah,
Well,
I know.
Rick Adelman was the coach of the Kings, which they were super relevant in my time watching the NBA in the early 2000s. I love that Sacramento Kings team.
I have 3 on that list, and I'm with Danny. I gotta admit, I don't know some of these people that well,
Mhm.
so I can't really say. But of the ones I do know, I only have 3 in, and that's Paul Pierce, Chris Webber, and Jay Wright.
Oh
No
shit, I forgot
Bosh.
Paul Pierce. That was my 4th.
I don't like that they do inductions of coaches while they're still going on, right? Jay Wright, Villanova.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Mhm.
I mean, he could still coach for 20, 30 years. And I get it. Obviously, his record is a Hall of Fame already. But it always felt a little weird for me for guys to be inducted to the Hall of Fame, like literally halfway through their career as a coach.
I agree, because then you kind of then instead of saying the bar is here,
Yep.
you kind of
That's
imply
why.
like the bar's down here, and these guys just went to this
Yeah.
level.
Just hit this
you know?
line, hit these amount of wins, do this, and you're in. But it's like, I don't know, let their career go out a little bit. I never understood that in college.
You can
sports.
you convinced me. Yeah, I'm taking Jay Wright out for that reason.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to separate it, because it's just a basketball Hall of Fame. They should have the NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because the NBA is like the league, of its
I
own.
agree.
So like they need to separate it. But I mean, I'd probably say Paul Pierce, gotta go Chris Bosh, and Chris Webber.
You think Bosch gets in?
Yeah,
I hope
Mhm.
so.
Absolutely.
He deserves it.
yeah, he got 2 rings. I mean,
But
he was number 1.
Dude
in
was killing in
Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah.
yeah, no, I just don't know if he gets in this time.
Maybe
I
not.
don't
I could
see-
see. Yeah, I
Well,
wouldn't
this
be
is the
mad if
second
he
time.
didn't get in right away.
This is the second time. This isn't his first time on the ballot.
He was on last year.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
What do you
Yep.
got to get in? I got to look it up.
I don't know. But while you're doing that, can I state my claim for Lauren Jackson?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
7-time WNBA All-Star, 3-time WNBA MVP, 2-time champion, Finals MVP, rebounding champion, Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time first team, 1 second team, 2-time All-Defensive team, 3-time All-Defensive second team, 3-time WNBA peak performer, on the decade team, on the WNBA's top 15 team, and WNBA 20 at 20 as well. She's already in the Australian Basketball Hall of Fame, by the way.
Yeah, she's in there. First team all defense.
Yeah.
Damn. I feel bad for not knowing her now.
Defense. Yeah,
Is
for
that
real.
what
Better
it
watch
was?
some highlights.
I'm surprised you don't. She played for the Storm.
Damn. That was
It was her and Sue
that was
Bird.
a loaded resume.
Sue Bird's my favorite
Yeah.
WNBA player of all time.
Really?
Yep.
Man.
I played at Christ the King one time. You play a good basketball team in Queens when they do starting lineups, and when you make a basket, they say your name announcer wise. It's like, wait, we're a bunch of white boys going into the Queens on like a 10 a.m. on a Saturday. We're like, oh, how much are we not going to win by the way? We got blown out by like 50 people dunking on us. They had like a shrine of Sue Bird and Lamar Odom because they went to Christ the King. It was like as we walk in, we see that, we go, it's over. I knew I was playing that game because I was riding the bench all season. So I was like, at least I'm going to get in this game.
Damn, that would have been me too. I would have got in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right,
Crazy.
20 minutes.
I've been there before.
Pick it up 5 quick fouls.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They definitely have that Lamar
Odom
shrine in there.
Yeah, I did want to mention this. Like I mentioned, McGrady is I was watching TNT when the Nets were playing the Rockets, and I think Jeff Van Gundy brought this up. Number 1 isn't retired by the Rockets, Tracy McGrady. Should they retire number 1 on the Rockets? My answer is I'm a big numbers guy, and I'm a Yankees fan, so I see the impact on a number, you know, or what it stands for. But I want to see what you guys' opinion was on retiring number 1, Tracy McGrady.
No.
Right off the rip.
No.
Well,
He didn't do enough there.
It's usually a
do
feel
enough
thing.
there.
It's usually a feel thing.
There's no he didn't bring a title. You know.
How long was he there for?
He wasn't there that long.
I want to say
don't know how
6
long
years.
He was there.
6 years is a long time.
I don't
didn't
think
he have
should.
a couple? Didn't he have a couple injury seasons there?
Yes.
Yeah, he was banged up for sure.
So then,
Personally, I don't think he
take
should.
those out. No.
Yeah, I'm looking him up now.
It's the same way. If you start doing that, then
you become the Miami Heat, who retire everybody's number.
It's all relative because it's based on the team and they can do whatever they want.
Wow. So I'm with you. I got some numbers for you guys just because I didn't look at the numbers before this. I wanted to kind of see, because you always know when you say somebody, hey, do you think so-and-so's a Hall of Famer? Hey, do you think they should retire the number? It's a feel thing. You either say you think it and you say, yeah, definitely. Or you can look at the numbers and break it down. That might sway you either way, but he only played 8 more games for the Rockets than the Magic, but played 2 more seasons. So Ben, you're right. He was hurt a lot. He averaged 6 less points per game with the Rockets than Orlando. So if you're going to retire his number as a Rocket, you might as well do it as a.
What do you average with the Rockets? 21?
He averaged 22-7, 303 games.
He was different when he was with Orlando.
Oh yeah.
He was on another level.
Problem.
That was the T-Mac that was like, you know,
my favorite player.
Oh my god,
Bro.
this could be the new logo.
That was from
that level.
He was 21 years old first year. It was 21 years old to 24. He wasn't even in his prime, and he was dropping 32 a game, 28 a game, 26 a game. Not even close to his prime.
How many years was he in Houston?
He was in Houston 6 years, but obviously he got hurt so much that.
Yeah.
So I just heard that on the telecast, and I thought about it. I was like, damn, number 1's not retired, and he has a lot of memories, but it tells you right there that sometimes you don't have to even look at the numbers. It's all about feel and knowing, like, man, I don't know.
Yeah, it's 13 points in 30 seconds to win that game is fucking iconic.
Ooh,
like,
I know.
I could watch that like on a loop.
I don't care what
a
anybody
few weeks
says.
ago.
When he was with the Magic, whatever fan of a team you were, if you're a Knicks fan, Heat fan, Bulls fan, you were also an underground, Magic fan.
Because it's
For sure.
At least I was.
Oh yeah, I tried out for my freshman basketball team, rocking the McGrady's too. I'll never forget
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I had a
I
pair.
outgrew them at that point, and I was like, I need my McGrady's for my tryout.
We should do a list one time. I just thought of this. We should do a list one time of like the top 5 players in either pick a sport or whatever that could have had amazing careers, but they were injury plagued.
Ooh, Grant Hill
Mac.
off the
Yeah,
rip.
Grant Hill was
Hill,
my first
Derrick
thought.
Penny
Rose.
Hardaway.
Let's just do it
You
at the
know.
end of this episode.
Yeah, should that just
Well,
be our top 5?
I gotta get. I gotta think.
What's
You gotta think.
McDaniels on the Nuggets? That dude was very good when he was healthy. What's his
Yeah.
first name?
I don't
You
know
know-
who that is.
No?
No.
Yeah,
Hold
I
up,
don't know
hold
who
up.
that is.
Hold up.
Wait, so does that mean we're still doing top 5 cereals?
We're still doing top 5 series. 'Cause I want to put some deep thought into this.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of a few off the top of my head.
Oh,
Yeah, I say no. I'm
Only person I
retiring
could
T-Max
think of
jersey.
was Antonio McDaniels.
that's who. Yeah, Antonio
Antonio
McDyess.
McDyess.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the name. Former Nick, of course, because they overpaid him to come play like 8 games. But Antonio McDyess, that's a guy that when he was drafted, he had a couple good years. I think his first or second year was like all-star level, and then fizzled out, got injured, knee injuries, never became anything. But
Played with the Pistons
was-
for a little bit.
yep, he was a great power forward as far as ability. He just never panned out. Those are the 3 that kind of stick out to me.
Okay.
All right,
What else we got?
we got
Gotta
All-Star
go
Weekend recap.
All-Star game, yeah.
All-Star, okay.
Get into
What
that.
did you guys think of the game? I was highly intoxicated and off the rocker. So Ben and I managed to watch parts of the game.
You guys were in Arizona, obviously, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You talk about why we're in Arizona sometime too.
talk
I
about
thought
what?
it was a good game.
What do you want to talk
I
about?
didn't. I said, are we going to talk about why we were in Arizona too at some point?
You don't have to.
Take it away.
Back to the game.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
was
didn't
act-
watch much of the game either.
Yeah, I kind of was
honest with
half
you.
watching it. I was playing Monopoly actually at the time, and I purposely lost so I could continue to watch the game.
I was kicking Ben's ass in pool.
Nice.
Bro, get the fuck out.
Hey, hey,
First off, this man
No,
is the
it was
luckiest
pretty-
man in the world.
It was pretty evenly
Yeah.
matched.
But
7-game series.
Nah, we
I don't know
played. It
how
was
many
probably
games we
even.
played.
Yeah.
We had this one where it came down to, I mean, he was beating me. I think
And then I couldn't
had,
finish
like,
it off.
he had like the 8 ball and he kept hitting into the corner pocket and he missed it once. And then he hit it again. And I think it rolled literally all the way to the very end that it could possibly do it. And it didn't go in. And then I had knocked my balls in. And so all I had to do was hit that in. And I fucking missed.
You bumped the front corner.
I bumped the front corner.
Yeah.
I put the stick
I
down.
suck
I
at
walked
pool.
away from the table.
Yeah.
And all I hear
What-
is, oh.
Did you have it? Did you go to a bar? Or did you have it at the place you guys are staying at?
No, so basically, quick backstory. Your boy got engaged. So we had the presidential
climbing gravy.
suite. Yeah. We had the presidential suite,
Ooh,
and in the
hot.
presidential suite was a pool table.
Yeah.
So
That's lit.
it was litty. We did power hour with moonshine Sunday.
As you
I-
should.
A lot of drinking. A lot
stayed
of
out of that one.
a lot of scary hours being played when Ben and I got in the car.
Yep.
Scary hours. A lot of teams are using scary hours on their social media.
Scary
Yes, they
hours for
should.
Miles
Damn.
Leonard.
Fucking copyright infringements.
Obviously this game didn't mean shit to us because we immediately stopped talking about it. I did enjoy
I didn't-
seeing LeBron and Steph play together
Yeah.
For real.
with Dame.
Yep, I was
Big
just
shot,
about to
Dame.
say Lillard.
I like the little
severely not
format that
talked
they
about.
did with the 3-point contest and the dunk contest kind of before and during the game. I like
Yeah.
that.
That won't happen
Um,
once fans are back because they need
yeah.
to have that be a weekend
money.
for sure.
Yep,
But it was
more
nice.
money.
It was cool.
For sure. I didn't think that was bad, but the game itself is what it is every year for me. I mean, it's not really competitive to the fourth quarter. This was a blowout.
Yeah.
I did say Team KD by 20 before the game.
Team KD not having Embiid was a big deal.
Yeah.
They didn't have
Yeah.
any height.
And I didn't know that
and
Booker
not
was
having
out
KD.
until like 10 minutes before the game.
Well, there you go.
So,
And Booker, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So,
weird. It was a weird process.
Nothing that I was upset that I missed. Obi Toppin got fucking robbed in the dunk contest.
Robbed.
Toppin.
I don't know. He didn't bring it as much as he should
I
have.
don't know.
That
That
boy-
dunk,
that boy's
his
got-
first dunk was nice, but Levine
I didn't
did
watch it.
first.
I didn't watch it.
That first dunk by the Pacer dude, that was
That's his
nasty.
family?
But
Yeah.
when he came off the foot, he went under the foot he jumped on. Yeah, that was
That
filthy.
was stupid. Yeah, it took me 3 times to see that one. I was like, oh shit. And it only got what, a 42, 43? I was like,
Yeah.
damn, that boy got
I
robbed.
thought you were about to say it only took you 3 times to do it.
Did on my little Nerf hoop.
He went to Mullins Park. He went to the 8 foots on Mullins Park real quick.
Love it.
I probably couldn't
You
do
guys-
that dunk on an 8-foot rim anyways.
Do you
Yes,
guys
you can.
like the dunk contest format? Do you think they should change it again?
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, the format of what, the amount of attempts or the rounds? Because they
Just
change
even-
that every year, I feel.
Even the players that are in it, do you wish that you would see more big name players in it? Do you like those players?
The big name players don't want to be in it, bro. It's
Yeah.
social media. It's too
They
much.
don't want to
pressure.
lose.
They don't want to get dogged, and that's a whole nother topic. Big time players don't want to do it. I mean, Vince Carter did it. What, he was a 4-year guy at the time, 4 or 5-year guy. He had nothing to lose at that point. But like the way these guys come into the league, they don't want to use that, lose that rep. But did Zach LaVine, did Aaron Gordon lose anything when they lost? No. It's crazy how
no.
they think like all these guys that lose come in second, third, fourth. Do we think of them less? It's
No.
the ego of it. That's what it is. And
Because we
it's
don't
sad.
really remember the dunk contest, like unless
No,
it's like
like-
super explosive, like what Vince Carter did, and we remember.
Yeah,
it,
you-
know.
So why do we remember it back then, but we don't now? It's because those players were in it.
Well, yeah, that's a part of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Nate
down for
Robinson.
whatever kind of format they do. Just don't bring that team shit that they did. A few
Oh, that
years
was
back.
awful. That was the
That
worst
was the
year.
What was it?
worst. Yeah,
What was that?
it was like 2 teams of 3 or something that they did.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
John
okay.
Wall was on one
Dang,
of the
see,
teams.
I mean,
I forgot about that. You know what they
I mean,
should
at-
do though? They should maybe have somebody. It'd be a long format, but have somebody that represents every team, and then
Hmm.
the best team, whoever wins that dunk contest, it'd be like a 12-hour dunk contest.
yeah, that'd be no way.
Yeah.
The only thing that I don't like is in the 3-point contest that the final round is just 3 guys. And I know
What would you rather see?
I want it to be like if they're gonna keep 6 guys and do 6, 4, and 2. Like I want to see like one more round. I want it to be 2 guys. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
3 guys.
That's how it should be too. I
Yeah,
think.
I,
As well.
I think you lose a little bit of like dramaticness, or that's not even a word, but like
No, it's a word to
when
me.
you have the first guy go and then you kind of have a guy in between that and then you have the third guy, like where it's really going to come down to him. I think that does something.
Yeah,
they should
they're in a no lose situation. The NBA tries to be a little creative and change it up. At the end of the day, we're all negative anyway. We're
Yeah.
gonna hate it before we love it. So there's no winning. So at the end of the day, if better players were in the dunk contest, it don't matter the format. The bottom line is the NBA has to figure out a way to get these Zion, these LeBrons, at that time to get in the dunk contest, appreciate it, either make it money, a donation to the charity, something has to give, because that dunk contest that they get a Zion and another top guy, that will be must-see TV. People will not only watch it that night, they'll record it, watch it again, social media. They have to do something if they're going to do it big. And I think they should wait. They should do it next year. They got to see that all eyeballs are on the NBA nowadays, and with the crowd, it made me realize how big the crowd is for All-Star Weekend, though, for sure.
For sure. I mean, it's a whole
Crowd
event
is
weekend.
everything.
I'm
Yeah.
calling it right now. Zion does it next year. Watch.
You should.
Why
I feel
not?
like that's why the 3-point contest does stand out, because you got like the Steph Curry's doing it, Klay Thompson doing it.
Isn't that
the
crazy?
big shooters that you want doing the 3-point contest are doing it. I mean, given it is a lot less taxing on your body, but I mean, shooting 30 shots is a
Oh,
few rounds.
and-
You could feel it, but Yeah, I feel like that's why we care more about the 3-point.
It's funny. The 3-point contest has gotten more popular than the
New
Steph.
dunk contest.
Bro, Steph was
Wild.
And hey,
Steph was
Zion-
Hey, shout out my boy Joe Harris.
Zion Williamson needs to be able to make a dunk in the All-Star game before he does the dunk contest.
That's also true.
Dude,
Kevin-
bro, he missed
Kevin-
one.
He had a few dunks.
Kyrie Irving
Yeah.
was feeding that boy, and he couldn't
Dude.
deliver on any of them.
I thought
It's
Kyrie
so-
was going to go for 50.
Kyrie
At
was
first,
motivated,
yeah.
bro. Kyrie
Yeah.
was like, he almost got a triple double.
Yeah, Kyrie was hooping. Dame was motivated too.
Big. I mean, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
just big shot
Dame-
Dame. He's the
Yeah.
best big shot person in NBA history.
Did you see Steph before they were going back and forth in the last shot before Dame? He was like, "It's over," basically. Like,
Yeah.
waving
Yeah.
him goodbye. That
Waving
was
to the
fire.
crowd.
That was
Yeah.
I
awesome.
didn't even
drinking
know he
there,
hit
Ray.
that shot before halftime.
Bro, that was crazy.
Damn.
So let's stay on the same wavelength. There's a lot of NBA news. Obviously, not doing the podcast in a week plus. The Jazz got disrespected in the KD LeBron draft. Good for them. Fuck them. They're not relevant no matter what
Yeah.
era it is. They had two Hall of Famers on their team, and what did KD say? When I play,
You don't pick Utah when you're playing 2K.
like,
Or I think
matter
LeBron
what.
said that. Yeah,
or
LeBron
back
said
in the,
that.
or
Yeah.
back in the day. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was funny because I thought about it. I was like, there was no time in my life when I played NBA games in the 90s or
Never.
early 2000s where I
Yeah.
ever thought about picking
Never.
Jazz.
I've
Hell
never
no.
picked the Jazz on any team.
Greg
I feel like,
Ostertag. Like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
I feel like if I was playing NBA 2K my player and I got drafted from the Jazz, I'd turn my system off and start again.
Yeah.
that's how
Absolutely.
bad it is.
So Blake to the Nets, big deal. The Nets needed a body at the end of the day. They got him for $1 million
you?
bucks. If he plays 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and gives us average work, great. If he gives us above average, it's a win-win for the Nets, I think. And I think Blake has been keeping it a little simple over the last year and a half, knowing that this buyout was coming. Because I read an article last year at this time, it was talked about. So he knew this buyout was coming for a year. So he's been trying to get healthy, be smart. I don't know you guys feeling on it. I think it's a great move for the Nets because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, drop them. If it does, it's going to be a key to winning the championship, I think.
Yeah. I think that an awfully a lot of guys are needed in order to stop a 36-year-old LeBron James.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
hey,
you need a
I
lot of
hope it works
bodies.
out. I think it will work out, especially if he's going to come in with the second unit. Him and Harden can do a lot of pick and roll together. I know Harden's been running with the second unit.
First play off the bench, pick and roll, dunk.
Yeah.
Gary,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
put.
gonna be.
I want to see. I hope there's like a plus 500 on that because I'll bet
I'm sure they're already
$1,000.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Easy.
So, I mean, listen, I was going to say before, if he dunks in the first game, I'll do this podcast shirtless. But my luck would be that he is going.
Ain't nobody want to see that.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially now that
gonna wanna
if we
see
go
it.
back to just on SoundCloud, but if we on YouTube, nah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
getting big, baby. We're on multiple platforms next week, so
Do you think
we all gotta hit the
that?
gym.
I've always wondered this. Do you think the Blake Griffin going to Detroit ruined his career?
yes.
100%. Anybody going to Detroit.
But he
ruins
didn't
their
go to
career.
Detroit. He got traded, so the trade fucked him. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but like, yeah, man, that definitely put a hole in his career and set him back a couple of years because he got hurt in a bad place, and that's a double negative, and it definitely don't make a positive.
Yeah. No one's hooping like in order to be positive in their career in Little Caesars Arena. So it's just, it's not
Smoothie
happening.
King Arena. Like, what are
Yeah.
these names? Like how, that's why your franchise is trash. You can't even make a good name for your arena.
Yeah, it's funny
Well,
that
it's
you said
Because
that.
Little
'cause
Caesars probably paid him $20 million, and
Well,
they're
there you
like,
go.
"I'll take this."
I was gonna say I hope the Heat trade Meyers Leonard to Detroit or something.
That's a
No,
probably
no.
very
That guy's
likely
nuclear.
place.
That guy won't be playing basketball for a year. No,
Yeah,
Oh, man.
and then
So to stay on, let's see. Oh, I know Fort wanted to talk a little Lil Baby action about how that free throw is
Bruh.
trash, bro. Come on.
Yo, that was bad, man. Like I was saying in the chat, the only time he misses is on the court because his music is really good. But I mean,
Yep.
like when he was stretching with Jack Harlow, you could tell he's never really done anything like athletic or sports related like in his life.
I saw
like,
that video of him
Yeah.
stretching.
he's
It
always
look-
just been like a hood dude, you know, like
Yeah, he has.
It's
You
It
funny.
looked like that was the
he's never
first
been in
time
the gym.
he's. It looked like that was the first or second time he's actually touched a basketball.
Yeah.
to
uh,
go
Two
back
Chainz-
to go
Two Chainz
to go
was
back
so mad.
to go back to go back to what I said before in high school, when you're playing either baseball, football, and basketball, some games are won in the layup line and some games are lost in the layup line.
Yeah.
When you watch a player warm up and that guy, if he's not stretching properly, you know, come on, that's a wrap. You ever play sports and look over the other team and go, "Oh, we got this." You know what I mean?
It was
I didn't
also
see
his
him-
2 little squats, his 2 little body squats
Yeah.
right after.
That's what I saw today.
Well, I
What
didn't
is
see
he
that part. I
doing?
gotta watch him stretch.
Yeah.
Was it just quick, like
He was doing like Pilates or something, bro. Like,
Oh man.
Bro.
he definitely fucked up wearing ones. Like, I'm pretty sure only Michael Jordan and Rasheed Wallace are the only 2 players in NBA history to successfully hoop in Jordan ones.
Bro.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Man.
I need to see Quavo versus like Chris Brown or the game.
Quavo can hoop though.
That'd be dope. Yeah,
Quavo can hoop.
he could hoop. Dirk could hoop too.
Yeah, Dirk
They
can
gotta
hoop.
get.
Dirk is
They
nice.
gotta get a nice little rapper game. J. Cole got to get in there. They definitely
Yeah,
got
no,
to
J-
figure
Dirk,
J.
something
Dirk
out.
Cole-
is nice.
J. Cole goes
Would
dark
win that.
sometimes, man. He like
Yeah.
disappears. He'll be out every single week on social media at NBA games, and then you won't see him for a whole year.
Working on that album.
Well, I
Man.
hope he is.
Yeah,
As he
For
should.
real.
Let's
I
stay
hope
on
he
that
is, too.
topic though. Good segue, guys,
You're
for
welcome.
Drake's album, Scary
It was
Hours
all
drop.
planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Little EP.
flowing. We're flowing so well right now. You guys are. It's like you're looking at my sheet right here. Scary Hours dropped last week on Friday. 3 songs.
Little E EP.
Yeah, let's hear your thoughts. I put a poll out there. The poll actually I thought would be 75 to more 95% rating, and it got lower. It got about a 65, 70 rating on the bar. Want to see what you guys thought about it. Obviously, it's just 3 songs, so it's just a quick little. My ACL is smoked, so let me just give the people what they want, and then put the album out.
Yeah.
I like What's Next is awesome. Lemon Pepper Freestyle is awesome. I like it. The second song with it's Lil Baby is not. I don't think it's good. I don't like it. So. And then
What?
and then I am kind of disappointed that he put it out on an EP because What's Next and Lemon Pepper feel like album songs,
Mm-hmm.
and now the 2 things. If he puts both of those songs on Certified Lover Boy, that I hate that. Then why'd you put it out on the EP?
Oh, he will. He always does that.
He definitely will.
Yeah, he always
He'll
puts
probably
2
put
or
all
3
3 of
songs.
them.
He'll most
Th-
likely, yeah.
I don't
Then
think
why-
Lemon Pepper
then why do
Freestyle will go
this?
on there.
It could be like one of those at the end song, like last song, or it'll be like a deluxe to the 3. But Drake usually doubles up on albums
Yeah.
like that.
But I
mean,
would
I could
I would
see-
hate that because like then why even put it out, Drake?
I
You
get
put
it.
out What's Next in the video for it, and that'll get people hype enough, and save Lemon Pepper Freestyle for Certified Lover Boy, so then we can have that moment and experience when we hear it. Then, because now when we get it and if they're on there, it'll be good, but it's like we're not going to
Already
have
heard
that
these
same
songs.
emotional
Yeah.
experience that we would when we first would listen to it.
That's why I
Oh,
don't listen to leaks.
Well, there you go.
And I
You
gotta
don't
say,
listen to it as
I
much.
really don't think that Lemon Pepper Freestyle would be on the album. If any song out of those 3 would be on, I think it's What's Next. But
Yeah, that sounds like an album
Pepper-
song.
Yeah, I mean, Lemon Pepper Freestyle is definitely my favorite song on there. I've
Yeah.
only played it 50 to 60 times.
Got that old school Drake vibe.
There wasn't
Yeah.
a need
and
for
Rose
Rick
don't
Ross
mix.
on there, but you got to have Rick Ross on any song named Lemon Pepper.
Facts.
And I'm thinking like
Facts.
this is for me, this is just Drake. Like, yeah, my ACL smoked, like gotta rehab, gotta do this, like pushing the album back. This is him giving us a little bit of something, and then I guarantee you Certified Lover Boy is not going to sound anything like this.
Probably
You
not.
think?
Yeah, because I think he's doing what he does all the time. He pleases everybody, and he does this before he brings out an album.
But he has, if you watch the What's Next video, he has so many Certified Lover Boy references. He's got the haircut. He's got merch.
Yep.
He's got merch on. If you look at it,
that's why I think that's the one that's going to be on there.
And he put Scary Hours in time of the Nets going 9 out of their last.
No,
10,
Scary
so
Hours has been a thing.
I know.
But I think that's why that song will
Lemon
be on there, because he
Lemon
did
Pepper
have like that merch on.
Lemon Pepper Freestyle to me proves again that the Drake Rick Ross duo is
Undefeated.
Always undefeated.
Always
It's
hitting.
perfect.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I almost want them to put out an album together.
Lord Knows is my shit.
Lord knows.
Oh man,
That's one of the most underrated, I feel like, Drake album songs.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit
Heavy,
hit.
I got my
The
weight up.
drums, yeah, that shit's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and
don't
Rick
miss.
Ross have a good vibe going.
But I need this album, bro.
Yeah.
Retweet.
I need it.
I bet it comes quick now. I bet we get it within the next month. I'm calling it.
I mean, he has done secret drops before where it's either no. I mean, Beyonce made that a thing. She was like one of the first artists to just drop an album at midnight. Like, what the fuck? And then Drake did it, and we all thought, like, it's funny because once people drop like leaks or something, we're like, oh, it's coming. So that was, I think he should just drop that. At the end of the day, you could do that now because all albums are on your phone right here.
Yeah,
you just hit that. Yeah,
that freestyle definitely has that. I know I'm gonna mess up all these dates and places, but you know that 6 p.m. in New York. What is it? 5 a.m. in London. Like those freestyles that he does.
Hard.
9 a.m. in Dallas.
Bro.
Yeah, 9 a.m. in Dallas.
9 a.m. in Dallas.
You're gonna make me go out and listen to it before I go to bed.
Yeah, 9 a.m. in Dallas was probably one of my favorite time songs he's got.
As you guys speak, I'm trying to go on Twitter right now to look up something so we could stay on kind of on that music topic. But did you see SouljaBoy coming after Randy Orton, the Viper? Oh my God, Randy Orton was cutting a promo on Twitter, bro. Randy Orton, don't come for him. And 16 hours ago,
they were still going at it.
Yeah,
they were still going at it.
Randy Orton just said 16 hours ago because McIntyre and Sheamus had a fight where they like went at it. They actually fucked each other up. Randy Orton retweeted. It was like fake, right, SouljaBoy? By the way, which of your baby mamas do I send the bill for making you relevant again? I assume this is the first time I'm reading it, by the way. I swear to God. He goes, I assume they all own your ass, so who's cutting them checks?
Yeah.
Damn, Randy Orton.
My man serving RKOs on Twitter out of nowhere.
Yeah, they got to be.
True.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're setting something up for WrestleMania, but I wouldn't.
Right.
If it is
right. I didn't think that.
Ring would be hilarious.
Yeah.
If it is serious,
I mean,
like,
Bad Bunny got a championship, and he's like a twig. Why not SouljaBoy? He's probably he's got as much height and weight. But that's funny. I seen that. I was like, Randy Orton clapping people on Twitter. I don't care if you're that dude cuts promos in wrestling. You don't think he could cut a promo with cursing on Twitter? Owned his ass. I loved it.
I can't think of SouljaBoy now without like picturing that interview he did, and he's talking about when they ran up on his house, and he's like,
SouljaBoy has been relevant in the last 10 years off quotables and videos only, not music.
And Bitcoin.
Oh yeah,
Drake.
She got a dunk.
Yeah. Or what about taking my way downtown?
Yeah.
When he made that video, that was funny.
He keeps that's his genius. He keeps himself relevant because he knows his music's terrible.
All you got to do, and hopefully we stay relevant for as long as SouljaBoy has been.
Hey, that meme from Breakfast Club is top 5 too.
Let's see. What else we got to cover? Oh, the main story that just dropped yesterday, actually, when we were supposed to record the pod, we were probably going to lead off with this story, was Dak Prescott getting finally a deal done with the Cowboys, Jerry Jones. I read on Twitter, Jerry Jones threw the bag at Dak because he knows a major TV deal is coming.
Yeah.
Probably. Jerry Jones don't make moves. He's not a billionaire.
What
By
TV deal?
accident. I don't know. It just said there might be a TV deal going, whether it's with the NFL or the Cowboys. Kind of like I would assume it's kind of like a Yankees and Yes network.
Yeah, yes,
Like
network. Yeah.
Like the reason why the Yankees in the early 2000s were able to become this huge empire. Well, they were always, but to become that global brand media wise was because of the Yes network they had there. So I think they're thinking the Cowboys are going to do something different, similar. I think they can. Obviously, they
What
have
does
that
the
brand.
Yes stand for? I always forget.
Yankees Entertainment and Sports,
Okay,
which
yeah,
the
that's what I
Brooklyn
thought.
Nets play on. So
Yeah.
we love it.
I would just like to share what Michael Irving said about Dak Prescott today.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We
I
have
like,
the
I like
closest
when Gravy
thing.
laughs right before he's about to. It's like know it's good.
I put 40 crying emojis under this. Okay. We have the closest thing in the National Football League to Tom Brady. Dak Prescott has the ability to do what Tom does, and he has the leadership like Tom.
Whoa.
And sorry for my dog's collar in the background.
No, you're good.
It's a lot. Why would you do that to him though? Why?
Because it's Michael Irving. It's Michael Irving.
Man.
You can't say that.
He was definitely off the bag on that one.
Yeah, man.
You could say that about
log off Twitter
like
before
another
you jump the
quarterback in the league. I mean, you could say that about somebody like Aaron Rodgers. You can't say that about Tom Brady, who's got 8 rings. You can't compare Dak to Tom Brady.
No,
especially with Dak coming off that injury. Like you putting so much pressure on him now, even more so with him getting paid.
He did it on purpose.
Of course he did.
It's people.
I'm glad. Just back to the original thing. I'm glad Dak got paid. I for sure thought they were going to franchise him again, and then I thought that was going to be it for him. He wouldn't play for them and no more.
They did though. They franchised him again.
They did?
No, they signed him to a deal.
They signed him.
No, but they're still going to franchise him though. They said. I was reading something about it. That way they can't franchise him again, I think.
Huh. I got to look at those details.
I might be wrong, but I saw something along those lines. I thought he was
getting 40 a year.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, I'm glad he got paid. And that just means the Bears now are all in on Russell Wilson. All in. Someone today edited a picture of him and Sierra by the Bean in Chicago, and then put the date of today and was like, "Look who's in Chicago today."
That was on Barstool.
Yeah. Adam Schefter tweeted it 5 hours ago. They did indeed place his franchise tag on Dak today, per sources, meaning the Cowboys can't realistically tag him again when his contract is up in 4 seasons.
Gotcha.
So how does that work? They tag him and then sign him?
I don't know how it works, but yeah, that's
it's above your pay grade.
Right. Yeah. I'm just a messenger.
I want to pose this question to the group here. My boy Kalen, shout out Kalen. We were talking about this because he's a Cowboys fan, and then he texted me something crazy at first, and he said that he wants the Cowboys to get rid of Zeke and get Aaron Jones, because he said. He said, and the comparison is great, but he said Zeke is the black Jay Cutler, meaning he don't really care about winning. He just wants to get paid.
I mean,
and he's a Cowboys fan. What do you guys think about that? Zeke for Aaron Jones.
I love Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I love Aaron Jones too.
Jones.
I want the Dolphins to get him so bad. Like, pay that man.
He's like the only running back that runs north to south, up the middle, that you kind of fear nowadays, right? Like I'm trying to think of a running back that gets the ball that I feel like he bodies people, like Marshawn Lynch, like Jacobs, like Henry. My bad, I stand corrected. He's the only one. We put him in a category, so I stand corrected. He's 1, 2, and 3, and then there's 4. And Jones is like number 4 at that because Henry's 3 beings in 1.
He averages like 5 yards a carry too, and like he's got great hands for a receiver. I mean, for a running back, and I mean he just
there's not too many of those.
There's not too many running backs. Yeah.
The more I think about it, he's kind of onto something there, because he also said like, "Hey, McCarthy's in Dallas."
I I feel like McCarthy didn't use him well though. That's why he wasn't getting the shine that he deserves. So I don't like.
I don't know how
good
possible
point.
that is too, though. Like cap wise, and I know when you trade a player, you're still going to carry over some salary of theirs. And I don't think the Cowboys have a lot of money right now to begin with, especially after
No,
giving.
not after these. Yeah.
Dak that
Not
money.
if Dak's getting 40, Amari Cooper's getting 20, Zeke's at 20, I believe, or 16, something around there. Nah,
It would
8
be
and 8.
fun to see Zeke with Rodgers.
Dude,
You know, so
as a
with
Giants fan, you have
Devontae.
no idea how sick I was yesterday walking through Dallas's airport.
What was it like?
And they have a lot of Dallas gear too, right?
Well,
Like they have
all
fan
over the
shops
place.
out there. I
Well,
hate
they
that
had
shit.
like a Cowboys memorabilia jersey store in the
Trash.
airport.
I know. I've seen it.
And
I hate it.
and the fact that I had to walk by that store with a Cowboys fan was not fun.
Who,
for
Rod?
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he freak?
You know him. He was like, "Oh shit, Nick! Oh shit!"
Oh shit, Nick.
I'm like, "Listen,
Did
Rod,
he
I really
freak
got to
when
go
you
to the
saw it?
bathroom." Yeah. He's like, "Look at this." I was like, "Yeah, Rod. If you look close enough into the star, you're gonna see 8 and 8 right in the middle."
That's funny.
They should call the store 8 and 8.
He and
Yeah.
for real. That's
I
what
thought
they
he was
should name
gonna.
the
I thought he was gonna
stadium.
look at me and go, "Well, fuck me running."
Yeah.
AT&T already sounds like 8 and 8, so it might 8 and 8 stadium.
Nice. There you go.
Damn. That was a good one.
So
3 things are
before
certain in life. Sorry, death, taxes, and the Cowboys going 8 and 8.
I love it. So before we go into the top 5, couple shout outs. Bree brought this up in the DM that I was gonna bring up last week about Kim K being a free agent. Kind of seeing what the
yeah.
betting odds, because she goes after those basketball players or rappers or something like that. So who said in this in our chat that she might go after a baseball player to switch
Me.
things up?
Yeah,
You did, right?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I could actually see that.
She's gonna play the field. Literally.
I personally was at plus 400
to a player.
but
Plus
I
400.
already shot my
I was
shot
at plus
in the
400,
DMs.
but
You're like
after
plus
getting engaged,
10,000.
yeah, now I'm at plus 10,000 after being engaged. So
Yeah.
sorry, Kim.
That girl's not going to take
Sorry,
time off.
Kim.
That girl's not going to take time off from a relationship. She's been what,
No.
15, 20 years relevant, and every single month of the year she's messing around with somebody. Another shout out to
My
let's
turn.
see, what was this one? CVT Jones Overtime Basketball League. Cravey, you wanted to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, from what I see, they're starting a league up with $100,000 being the player salary for high school players. Man, I hope it's not another one of those. I think it was called the JBL. Was that
It's a speaker.
Yeah.
That's a wrestler.
What was yeah, John Bradshaw Layfield, baby.
There's a speaker that's a wrestler.
What was that league that LeVar Ball did?
Oh, that one. Yeah. No, get out of here.
Like, I just hope it's not,
Yeah.
I just hope it's not another one of those. That's all. I like
If you look at
overtime. I like their content.
Yeah. If you look at the people that are investing into it, it's like Carmelo, Jay Williams,
Yeah.
a bunch of people,
Hey,
and
bro.
they got a good plan because the 100,000, if they don't, I can't remember the details, but if they don't pan out like their maybe basketball career path, then it goes towards college education, and so
Okay.
they get some sort of format into it. But I mean, I like it because they're going to use it for the top. I think what it's like 20, top 20, 16 to 20 high school players, which those kids are going down that path to make money.
Yeah, that's where
somehow.
the league is going. That's where.
And so,
Yep.
it's better to prepare them. It'll prepare them more from what they're probably going to get into than the NCAA is going to do it. So
Yeah. And
I'm interested to see it.
I'm interested with if more players take a route where, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Darius Baisley's story, the forward for the Thunder. He was like a top player in high school, and I'm pretty sure he went overseas, but he also signed with Rich Paul and all those guys.
Yep.
At Clutch Sports, and they actually got him a internship at, I don't know if it was Adidas, Nike, or New Balance. Okay, at New Balance. And
Ben's like
just
New Balance, baby.
Just stuff like that, setting these guys up for their career after basketball or learning about the game from a different viewpoint.
Way
and,
better than
learning
college.
how to manage your money, sponsorships, deals. I think that helps. So
Yeah, he's
definitely
got his own He's got his own New Balance 993 collab.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Yeah.
College isn't ready for this new brand of prospects coming out of high school. They're
No.
gonna stay the same. They're gonna be we're teaching kids how to be better humans, and we're educating, and we give them. They're one and dones, bro. They're one and dones. You
Yeah.
ain't teaching them shit. They're
about to go there and fuck
doing
bitches.
they're doing classes. They're doing the minimum, and they're using your name and going on to something else. At the end of the day, these leagues or these agents or these foundations are going to create better avenues for these players and be able to educate them on finances, taxes, how to manage themselves. And I love it. I'm for it.
Agree.
Yep. And shout out to Jalen Green, who came straight from high school into the G League now.
And won again.
He is balling, bro. He is
At
absolutely
30.
balling. Yeah, they just lost their first playoff game, but
they did.
Yeah, but that dude coming from the high school level and playing against these guys. Real quick, I just want to know what you guys think about this. It doesn't have to be a detailed answer. I had this conversation with a few friends of mine, and we were talking about how like Jarrett Jack is on Jalen Green's G League team. So one of my friends was saying that, hey, like, these guys are taking up a roster spot from maybe a young guy who's trying to make it in the league. I personally feel that with these G League teams, one, I think every team should have a G League team, just like in baseball, every team has a minor league team. Two, I think these teams need, one or two of these vets that are cool with playing down there to kind of help these guys grow and mature and get ready for, the big leagues when they get up there. So I just real quick, what you guys thought about that.
I agree with that.
And-
That makes a lot of sense to, because there's a lot of vets that didn't make it in the major leagues and they're playing in the minor leagues now. So why not have a vet that's played in the NBA be in the G League and help these 19, 20-year-old kids that don't really know what they're doing. They're just out there hooping, that's what they have. And with OT doing that, what you're saying, helping them, financial path and everything. I mean, it's only more positive for them. And that's why the NBA is the league that they are. And it's it's a worldwide sport.
Yeah.
You can't start letting pressure take away. I mean, you got to think of it this way. The basketball for all of these athletes is their job. It's their job. Like our jobs are what they are. You can't start letting pressure or situations like that where someone's older that's taking up a spot dictate who somebody hires. That responsibility has to go within the team or the company themselves. They determine to put the best people out there of their product.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's not taking up a roster spot. He's still performing. He might be older, but you got to pay your dues, man. You got to figure out your way to get in there. And it is good to have those veterans. So I agree.
Okay.
Cool. Last shout out is to Feinberg Live. We mentioned the Leonard. He said if Leonard should get the boot from the Heat, we discussed that. And then his second response was gas prices. We're not gonna get into gas prices because
I'm not talking about gas prices.
Yeah, that only
it's only gonna go up.
That only leads to politics talk, and we want to avoid that. But we appreciate you DMing us for that.
Boy, Feinberg.
Get that
That's
shit
it for the
out
shout
of
outs for now. We'll
hey, real quick, I wasn't gonna let us forget to talk about this. How cool is it seeing Shaq go through that table at AEW?
Awesome.
Bruh, he took a bump. That's a real, like, usually celebrities come in wrestling for people who've watched before, but people who come on wrestling don't take bumps like that. Not in this modern age. For him to take a bump off the apron onto a table, I'm sorry, but that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
His size.
Yeah, bro. That's 300 pounds landing,
size.
5-10 feet? Like, nah, bro. You could injure yourself for real. And then he went on to do TNT the next day.
Yep.
So, like, I mean, like I said, like, it's not, I'm not saying he's in a boxing ring or he's on the football field, but
was this before or after he was giving Candace Parker shit?
Wait, that's a great question. Oh, that was before. I think he did that. He did that on Tuesday. did AEW on Wednesday, then did TNT on
Yep,
Thursday,
on
right?
Thursday. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, because Tuesday is players only. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
I don't
Yeah.
like that players only. It's a little bit more like fan friendly, and I like the shift up. It seems a little younger. I like the
Yeah.
host that do, but I love my TNT guys. By the way, the documentary is pretty good. I watched the Shaq
I need
one.
to watch that. We
Yeah,
watched some of it.
You're
Yeah.
watching
it's
some of
definitely
it.
good, man. It brings you back to. It made me wanna YouTube, and I was showing Bree. I was showing her like clips of things. I was like, "This is my childhood." I would stay up till 1 a.m, 1:30, and watch just the post game, just to hear them like
Yep.
clown and dog each other.
100%.
I love that. So are we doing top 5, or we got a little
Yeah.
time if we could do it fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's hit it up. What's our top 5 today, Gravy?
Top 5 cereals. Shout out the Joe Budden podcast for the
let's
idea.
go.
Joe Budden podcast.
By the way, this is crazy that this was not planned, but I had cereal today, an actual box of cereal for the first time in maybe, if not months, years. So
Yeah, I
that's
can't remember the
crazy.
last time
It's
I ate
crazy.
cereal.
I usually eat granola with some fruit in it, with some. By the way, don't drink milk. If anybody's listening, do not drink milk. I don't know what you're doing. Don't.
sucks.
Yeah,
There's so many
there's
alternatives.
yeah, I was just about to say
Like,
the word.
What
for
did you
word.
have it with?
I don't know. It's just a good oat milk. It's like
Oat
the
milk
most
is
popular
good.
brand out there. It's like probably like $10 a fucking.
You got to
half
get
of
used to
it,
the
yeah.
consistency of
Yeah.
it.
No, it's good, bro. It's good. That's funny that the top 5 is today, and I didn't know that when I ate it, and I was like, "What? I live in a simulation at this point."
He's
So
out in the
top
back,
5 cereals.
So
squeezing
your
them
top
oats
5 is
out
going
to
to
get
be
the milk.
Yeah, Ray's top 5 now is going to be every single flavor of Special K cereal. So great.
No, they're gonna do top 5 milk alternatives.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, I could do a quicker top 5 milk alternatives faster than I could do a top 5 cereals because I
We should
don't
do-
eat cereal.
We should do a live milk taste test. We can do top
Oh
5
my
milk
God.
alternatives. And then
My
All right,
my top
someone
5 will
go.
be
The show.
my top 5 will be back in the day. So go ahead, 4 or Ben, you lead off.
Gosh.
I'm not leading off. I
All
always lead
right,
off.
I'll go first. No specific order, like always. I gotta go Honey Nut Cheerios, classic. Used to eat that shit with like bananas and peanut butter all day, every day. I ate so much cereal as a kid. I love the Frosted Mini Wheats.
Ooh, I used to
Yeah.
have that back in the day.
Yeah, Frosted Mini Wheats, very very good. I like Fruity Pebbles. Gotta go with Honey Bunches of Oats. That's like my favorite one. That's probably number 1 on my list. And then Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes, sir. The taste you could see.
Yep, that's my top 5.
We out here.
People only like it because of the milk.
All right, Ben, you're up because I got 2 more to put in because I wasn't prepared for this because I don't fuck with
Yo,
cereal.
yo, yo.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Our first
Get outta
guest.
here.
The cameo, I love it.
Take the pup.
Nice. I'm blinded right now. All that.
Yeah,
Okay.
damn.
Gotta-
Yeah. Is YouTube gonna allow? Is YouTube gonna? I mean, it's probably gonna shut down YouTube with.
Yeah, I
nice
gotta make
drip.
Drippy.
Busted.
My top 5. They are. I put them in order. 5 Cinnamon Toast Crunch, just because of the milk. And then 4 was Frosted Mini Wheats. So, Danny, I'm with you there. And then 3 is Kix. You ever had Kix?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
Ace Brothers approved? What is
Kix
it?
is. I don't
That's
know. Kix
solid.
is underrated. It's
Yeah,
underrated.
no, Kicks. I used to
Yeah.
have that back in the day.
Then 2 is just regular Cheerios. I actually don't mind it. I like them. And then my number 1 is Raisin Bran Crunch.
Nice.
Not Raisin Bran, Raisin Bran Crunch.
Oh my god.
Dude, you don't even know what you're missing.
I love Raisin Bran Crunch. That's just good.
Have a bowl of Raisin Bran Crunch.
All right, let me go fast. All right, number 5. I got Frosted Flakes only because it reminds me of my dad. And I'm not saying that's a good remembering because whatever, but Frosted Flakes, it's like one of those things that grew up that was always in the house. Number 4, I got Frosted Mini Wheats. Obviously, I used to have this at school and it used to fill you up. So that's why I always got it because it was big little nuggets. Number 3, throw out
Hey,
the
yo.
healthy way. The honey
Yo.
honey bunches of oats number 3.
Hey, I'm sorry. Ray's
Nah,
face,
dog,
he was like, I liked it because it was like big little
Big-
nuggets.
big
Big little nuggets.
big little nuggets. Sometimes when you go to school and you're like 10 years old, you only had 10 cents. So it was like, what can I fill
Yeah.
up on 10 cents? You know.
Yeah.
Number 2 was Golden Grams. I fucks with Golden Grams.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Damn.
But with Golden
Uh,
Grams, like most cereal, you got to make
Damn.
sure that the milk contrast to the cereal is like,
milk to cereal
if you
ratio.
pass that Golden Grams, if you pass that point of no return, you got to throw it out because you ruined the
Yeah.
whole thing. So you got to
Yeah.
eat it at the perfect moment. And then number 1, Honey Nut Cheerios, love it. Just you get everything in one bite.
Yeah.
Top
I just
five.
want to.
I like
That's a great top 5.
Thanks,
I
man.
want to go back to
is.
mine real quick. All of mine, I just said the
remix.
name brands of theirs, but I had like the off-brand, the big ass bags growing up.
Big ass
Ooh.
bags.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
so-
a large?
Whatever
oh,
those
Lord.
Get it all
those
for
names
'em.
were for those same
got
cereals
money.
is what I'm talking about.
Oh, he got money. And did your parents like dump it out of the box and put it in
Yeah.
a nice like
Container.
container?
Plastic
Oh, you were that
container,
you
yeah.
were that kid, huh? I bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
Ben,
raise
Ben
my
must be
kid.
Hispanic.
Hey, one of my best friends was growing up, so I'm
Yo,
like,
my
Mom,
parents did
down
the
at the
same
street
shit.
there, they're poured in little containers.
Love it.
All right. We're going to start at 5. This is now the 4th week in a row. 5, I'm going to go with Cheerios. I actually don't even eat Cheerios in milk. I just like I put Cheerios in like a red Solo cup and I just eat
Yep.
them plain like a snack.
Like a bird.
Yeah. 4, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, definitely because of the milk. 3, I got Reese's Puffs.
Nice.
Yeah, big Reese's Puffs guy.
I had to leave that one out.
2, I know I said the Special K joke earlier, but Special K, I think it's chocolate almond. Yeah, and then I think it's
Ooh.
vanilla cinnamon. Those
Pretty
two,
mixed in.
I get both of them and I mix them together.
Both of 'em. As you
Oh,
should.
both
Hell
of 'em.
yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
You living.
Yeah. And
Who's
then
making
number
Special
1,
K?
number
Some
1 for me
ideas
is
right there.
Captain Crunch.
Ooh, Captain Crunch. I
Ooh.
forgot. That's outside my top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I had to go
That
throw back
was
with all mine.
definitely back in the day, get home 1-2 o'clock in the morning after a night. That was the go-to cereal.
You know, it's funny. Bree had a bowl of cereal before we played softball today. She had made an amazing catch. So I'm thinking I should
Yeah,
eat more
yeah.
cereal. I did
Was
make
it-
a couple of catches myself.
it
but
Wheaties?
I'm not gonna now, right? Might as well been.
Is the one with the big ass nugs.
Yeah.
Nugs.
Hey,
now,
let me ask a question about
Go
this
ahead,
on
go ahead.
cereal. Do you guys, when you eat it, please tell me you always have more in one bowl? When you get in with that first bowl,
Of
you're like, that
course.
wasn't enough. That was bullshit. That was some
You
mini ass
got to
bowl.
go back and add a little bit.
Yeah.
Always go back for
Right.
seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Good. That's
And
what
then,
wasn't weird.
Breaking news: the Miami Heat have indefinitely suspended Meyers Leonard.
I mean,
Ooh.
he's already injured, so it's just a formality at that point.
Yeah.
Good move by them. Good PR move,
Yeah.
but it's a formality. So
It
It
whatever.
only
actually-
took 1 episode of the Utility Players podcast for them to indefinitely suspend him.
Yeah, I'm serious. That should be our advertisement this week. is,
You know what's
we
you know
wrote the
what's
news.
crazy, and I don't mean to go back into it, but if you compare what he did to most public figures, I want to use celebrities, that includes everybody, it ain't even that bad
No, I know.
compared to what people do. It's crazy because
Like what Riley
Right.
Cooper said.
it's
Right.
Yeah.
crazy. We've talked about it here multiple times already in an hour. We've talked about it in group chats. And there's way worse things that people are talking about or saying or misspeaking. And it's like Miles Leonard says 4 letters.
yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I understand the both sides of it. I try to remain in the middle as much, but man.
So what you said was definitely worse than what Leonard said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
His face
Yeah.
is just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not
Like
for
I'm thinking
nothing.
about it.
Dude,
It's worse.
Excuse my ignorance, but I had no idea what that word meant before he said
Yeah.
it.
that's what I'm
Most
saying.
people
If
do.
he
I had to
said-
I had to
that's
look
what
it
I
up.
said.
Yeah.
It was a perfect PR moment. His public relations person came right in and said, "Hey, you didn't say the N word. If you said the N word, we'd be done. You
Yeah,
said
you'd
this
be
word,
fucked.
and whatever.
That's probably what they said. He was like, "Good thing you didn't say this."
Everything also is
Dude.
about context and audience. Because have you ever been to a comedy show?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're at a comedy club, somebody says that word, it's in a different context and a different audience. No
Ben,
one's
you're
going to say anything.
100% right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the context and audience that he was saying it from.
Yes, sir.
And not knowing that he was being recorded. Right? I mean, he knew he was being recorded, but not knowing that maybe someone was going to release this on the internet. The other thing too, it brings up hit my buttons. I absolutely hate in sports the indefinite suspension.
I love
The
it.
indefinite suspension is the dumbest thing in the world. I hate it. Either say a specified amount of time, because why it's so dumb is it sounds like he's getting a lot of time. Like he can be gone for weeks. They could bring his ass back tomorrow.
He's not even playing.
Yeah, he's not playing at all.
I know a segment. We got to do a Ben grinds my gears segment where this man just goes off for 5 minutes because I love the intensity that you bring.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I meant when I was talking about how comfortable he was, like saying it, and how like effortlessly that came out in his sentence. He definitely either has said that word a million times, or he just says other shit that's worse. And didn't look at this as being something that would offend people. Because, dude, at the end of the day, you're on Twitch. You have a following. You're a professional athlete. You know this is getting out. So
did he have? I don't know anything about him.
He's a big gamer on Twitch.
So he has a lot.
He's actually pretty good. Like he's one of the better NBA players that play.
When the pandemic started, like he was playing online and like those private matches with like Bronny, Spida, Zach LaVine, I think was playing with those dudes, Devin Booker, like guys like that were playing with professional gamers. And I follow him on Twitch. Like I watch his Twitch.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to have a lot more playing time, video game playing time now.
Yes, sir. All right, let's wrap this up. Just kind of update on where we're at. Obviously, you guys can find us on SoundCloud right now. PodBean, we're on now, which we plan to launch next week. Maybe hopefully we get approved quickly, but we're going to be on Apple, Google, PodBean, SoundCloud, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, and YouTube. This episode will be on YouTube, episode 6. We're trying to make it more accessible to everybody else. So hopefully you guys enjoy on any platform that we provide. DM us if you want us to be on any other platform. We'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, DM us, give us feedback. I mean, we're here for it all. Constructive criticism, even if you just want to roast us, like we're here for all of that shit.
Yes,
like
sir.
Whatever you think, just throw it at us. Pause if needed, but we're here for all that shit.
And we
also,
go ahead, Griff.
Submit photos to our Instagram DM, and I will choose one lucky winner and use their photo as my background on our next episode.
Ooh,
I like
good.
it.
I like the fan engagement.
Instead, it won't be me peeing on a mountain in the middle of Arizona.
Oh, well, not. Nobody wants to see that. I'm glad. I'm
glad
we got the backside of it.
I'll pick
Look at
That was the
posture,
best.
though.
That was one of the best experiences ever, too. By the way.
Yep, it was.
Yep.
50 miles in the Arizona mountains on Sunday.
Yeah,
We got big sponsors and big interviews coming in the future. So, guys, appreciate you guys. Tune in for episode 6. Episode 7, I will be in San Antonio in a bubble, and I'll get on that.
Boy.
I'll tell you guys more about that next week. Peace.